Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the stories behind the stars you love most. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because today's story is one you won't want to miss. Get ready to experience the raw emotions, heartfelt confessions, and a moment fans have both dreaded and cherished. The last bittersweet meeting between Moon Jae-young and Cha Eun-woo before his military service. This isn't just a celebrity update. This is a moment filled with meaning, memories, and the kind of connection that lingers long after the cameras stop rolling. It's the kind of moment that fans hoped would never come, a quiet, emotional farewell that speaks louder than any public statement. As Cha Eun-woo prepares to begin his mandatory military service, all eyes turn to one final, private meeting that stirred hearts across the nation. And who was by his side during this pivotal moment? None other than Moon Jae-young, his longtime friend, co-star, and the person many believe holds a special place in his heart. Their reunion wasn't about flashing lights or media hype. It was about something deeper: connection, unspoken emotions, and the reality of time slipping away. What happened during their last meeting? Why did it feel so much more personal than fans expected? And what did their goodbye truly mean? Let's unfold this emotional chapter together. One that left fans speechless and the internet buzzing with both tears and hope. It was a quiet afternoon in Seoul, but the hearts of fans all across Asia were anything but calm. The news had already spread. Cha Eun-woo was officially preparing for his mandatory military enlistment, a move that every Korean male must face. But for those who love him, it felt like the beginning of a temporary goodbye that carried the weight of something much deeper. But what caught everyone's attention wasn't just the enlistment. It was who he chose to spend his final hours with before stepping away from the limelight. None other than Moon Jae-young. If you've followed the journey of these two stars, from their on-screen chemistry and true beauty to their off-screen friendship filled with warmth, laughter, and undeniable synergy, then you already know why this moment hits so hard. Fans have always speculated about their bond. Were they just close friends? Was there something more under the surface? While they never confirmed a relationship, their actions often spoke louder than words. And this final meeting may have said it all. Reports from those close to the two revealed that they met privately, away from paparazzi and flashing lights. The setting was simple, a quiet restaurant tucked in a familiar neighborhood, somewhere that held memories for both of them. Moon Jae-young was seen arriving first, wearing a subtle smile but with eyes that clearly held back emotion. Cha Eun-woo followed shortly after, clean-cut, visibly preparing for the next chapter, but carrying the weight of departure on his shoulders. Witnesses described their interaction as warm, intimate, and unusually quiet. There weren't many words exchanged at first, just the kind of silence that only exists between two people who understand each other deeply. Jae-young reportedly reached out first, holding his hand across the table, and simply said, "Promise me you'll come back stronger, not just for your fans, but for yourself." What followed was a long conversation that only the two of them will truly understand. But one thing is clear, this wasn't just a goodbye between co-stars or even close friends. It was a heartfelt farewell between two people who had been each other's emotional anchors through both career highs and personal lows. Cha Eun-woo, known for his reserved personality, was said to have opened up more than usual during their final meeting. He thanked Moon Jae-young for always being a constant, someone who saw him for who he truly is, beyond the fame and the polished image. And Jae-young, ever graceful and poised, reminded him that real strength is found in moments of vulnerability and that he should never lose sight of the soft heart that made him who he is. Their final embrace lasted longer than one would expect. And for those who managed to catch a glimpse from afar, it was obvious that it was difficult for them to let go. In a world where public appearances are often calculated and guarded, this felt real, unfiltered, emotional, and entirely human. As Cha Eun-woo now begins his military service, fans are left with a memory, not just of a beautiful actor stepping away for duty, but of a beautiful friendship, or perhaps something more, that stood the test of time, rumors, and the chaos of celebrity life. Moon Jae-young, on her end, has returned to her schedule, but sources close to her say she's been quieter than usual, possibly processing her own version of this goodbye. What does the future hold for them? That's the question fans around the world are asking. Will they reunite after a service? Could there be a deeper bond waiting to unfold when the timing is right? Or will this final meeting remain a cherished moment frozen in time? The last page of a chapter neither of them is ready to close completely? One thing is certain, moments like these remind us that behind the red carpets and scripted lines are real people with real feelings. And sometimes, their truest stories are told not on camera, but in the silence of a private goodbye. Let's open this conversation up to you, the fans who followed their journey. What do you think this moment meant for Moon Jae-young and Cha Eun-woo? Do you believe this was just a heartfelt farewell between friends, or was it something deeper? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this moment touched you like it touched us, give this video a like and share it with others who felt the emotional weight of saying goodbye. Thanks for staying with us through this heartfelt story. Don't forget to subscribe for more emotional updates, exclusive content, and all the behind-the-scenes stories that bring you closer to your favorite stars. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep the love alive.